I stopped for a stranger. The GPS said I was exactly 20 minutes from home, but as I looked at the dark, wet asphalt of Highway 17, I realized the road didn't look familiar anymore. My phone had died 5 minutes ago, and the fog was getting so thick I could barely see the hood of my own car. That's when I saw her. A woman in a white dress, standing perfectly still in the pouring rain. I did what any good person would do, I slowed down and stopped. If only I had known that stopping the car was the last normal thing I would ever do in my life. Now, I'm writing this from a cramped closet, praying the locks hold, because she wasn't a woman, and she's finally found a way inside. I rolled down the window, and the air that hit my face wasn't just cold, it smelled like old meat and wet earth. "Hey, do you need a lift?" I asked, my voice trembling slightly. She didn't respond. She just stood there, her head tilted at an angle that looked physically impossible, almost a 90-degree snap. Against my better judgment, I stepped out of the car. The silence was deafening, no crickets, no wind, just the low hum of my engine. As I walked closer, I noticed her feet were bare and her skin had a sickly, grayish-blue tint. I reached out to touch her shoulder, and in that split second, the streetlights started flickering. In the flashes of darkness, she moved, not like a human, but like a glitch in a video. 1 second she was 10 feet away, and the next, she was inches from my face. I didn't scream, I couldn't. My lungs felt like they were filled with ice. Her face, or where a face should have been, was a chaotic mess of jagged teeth and hollow, dark sockets. I scrambled back into my car, fumbling with the keys as my hands shook uncontrollably. I looked up at the windshield, but she was gone. I finally found the keys, cranked the engine, and floored it, not caring about the speed limit. I just wanted to find light. I kept checking the rearview mirror, expecting to see her standing in the road, but it was empty. I started to breathe again, trying to convince myself it was a hallucination. Until I heard it. A wet, scratching sound coming from the roof of my car. Scritch. 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 Something with long claws was digging into the metal right above my head. Every road sign I passed now was covered in gibberish. It wasn't English anymore, it looked like ancient symbols carved into bone. I realized then that I wasn't on Highway 17 anymore, I was somewhere else entirely. The scratching on the roof stopped, replaced by a rhythmic thumping, like a heavy heartbeat. Then, a pale, spindly hand with 6 fingers slowly crept down over my driver's side window. The fingers ended in sharp, black nails that didn't break the glass, they started to melt through it. I grabbed a heavy flashlight and swung at the hand, but my hand went right through it like cold smoke. The scream that followed wasn't a sound, but a vibration that made my ears bleed and my vision blur. I finally saw the neon lights of a gas station and jumped out of the moving car before it even stopped. I ran toward the building, but the glass door was locked tight. I looked back at my car sitting empty under the flickering lights. On the dusty rear window, a message was being written from the inside in real time, "Almost home." I looked at the gas station attendant inside for help, but he wasn't moving. He was standing behind the counter, staring at me with that same 90-degree head tilt. I hadn't escaped, I had just brought the nightmare to a new location. The neon sign above finally flickered out, and in the total darkness, I heard hundreds of those wet, scratching sounds approaching from every corner of the parking lot. I'm back in my house now, or at least, it looks like my house.
Mhm.